Okay, so to get everybody on the video caught up, we decided to do the Orthocenter. Sarah has decided to label this triangle ABC. Thanks for the help. And Ryan is going to assist by cutting the cards first. Go ahead and put the other half on there. And do you like red or black better?
Red.
Red. So red will be positive, blacks will be negative.
Right.
All right, so turn over that top card for the point A. That's a 2. -2. Turn over the next card. +8. Now we'll move on to B. -7. +10. Oh, I sure hope this makes a real triangle. -10. And, okay, nothing real exciting. Just a bunch of randomly generated points. Thank you. So, in order to find the orthocenter, we need to use what lines? Altitudes. Good. There are 3 of them in that triangle, but hopefully you see that if I find all 3, they're going to meet at a point. You know that already. But I don't need all 3. If I just have 2, I'll still find the point. Does everybody see that concept?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Then we can move forward from there. Sarah, could you refresh my memory on what an altitude is, please?
It goes from the vertex to the opposite side, creating a 90-degree angle.
Perfect. Which vertex would you like to use first?
B.
B. Okay, so we're going to find the equation of this line. And Sarah, what do you want to call that point of intersection?
X.
X. Beautiful. And we know, from what you just told us, that that's going to be a right angle. Sarah, how do I find the equation of that line BX?
You can take the 2 points A and C and find the slope of that line and
Stop there a second. Hold on. I can't plan that far ahead.
Alright.
A little slow on the uptake here. So slope of AC is 8 minus -6 over -2 minus -10, which is 14 over 8, which is 7/4. Again, before we proceed, are you all adept in reducing a fraction? If you get a nasty fraction, do you know how, using the calculator, to put it in reduced form? If not, say so, and I'll review that again. I'll assume everybody's good to go then. Back to you, Sarah. What's next?
Now you know that the slope of BX is -4/7 because it's perpendicular to.
All right, I'm just going to call it the slope of the perpendicular here.
Okay.
And it's what now?
-4/7.
Beautiful. There are 2 things I need for the equation of a line, Sarah. What are they?
Slope and a point.
Do I have both?
Yes.
So what is the equation of the line BX? So BX is given by?
Y minus 10 is equal to -4/7 times the quantity x plus 7.
Hot diggity. That's important. So I'm going to put a rectangle around it because I'm going to need it later. Well done, Sarah. Let's give it up. That's one of them. I need at least one other. Colin, you want to do A or C?
C.
C. All right, so for those of you that are visual learners, it would look something like this. And notice that just by doing 2 of them, I know where the orthocenter is. But I'm going to find the value of that point in a second. Colin, what do you want to call that point?
Q.
Q. Look at you getting all crazy there. And we know that that's perpendicular. Okay, what do I do first?
You find the slope of the AB.
Slope of AB is 10 minus 8 over -7 minus -2 is 2 over -5. Now we're talking. What's the slope of the perpendicular then, Colin?
+5 over 2.
Uh-huh. Do I have everything I need?
Yeah.
Go.
Y.
So wait, hold on. Let me get caught up here. So QC is going to be given by Y
plus 6
+6
equals 5 over 2 quantity of x plus 10.
Again, that's important. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to need that information in a second. If you look at the picture then, I know where the Orthocenter is, which we'll call O for Orthocenter. How do I find O?
Do you solve a system?
Beautiful. How do you want to solve that system? Hold on, I'm going to go to the next slide, since I need some working room. Can you give me that first equation, please? Anybody?
Y
Y.
Y minus 10 equals negative 4 over 7 times the quantity of x plus
And the second line?
plus
Plus 7, thank you.
y plus 6 equals 5 over 2 times the quantity of x plus 10.
Now, by the way, that little mistake I just made there with that minus sign would have screwed everything up. So you got to be careful. Don't make those mistakes. And we're solving a system, so I'm going to indicate that with braces. Now, the question is, how do you want to do that? You got two options.
Can you put in the slope intercept and use substitution?
Works for me. You ready?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. And then here we go. And right now we're going to start here. Right, put that pen there. Right. There we go. Y minus 10 is equal to negative 4/7 x minus 4. Oh, this is working out nice. And y plus 6 is equal to 5/2 x plus 25. Oh, this is no fun. This is too nice. Okay, and you want to go all the way to slope intercept.
Sure.
Beautiful. Y is equal to negative 4/7 x plus 6, and y is equal to 5/2 x plus 19. Both equations are solved equal to y, so as she said, we can use substitution and set those two puppies equal to each other. Negative 4/7 x plus 6 is equal to 5/2 x plus 19. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like fractions. So I'm going to get rid of the fractions right away. If you want to work with fractions, then by all means, knock yourself out. Especially with a calculator, they shouldn't be that bad. But again, I don't like to work with fractions, so I'm going to get rid of them. How do I get rid of the fractions?
What about the reciprocal to the other side?
No.
Multiply the whole thing by 14
Why?
because that's the greatest common or denominator.
Close enough.
Yeah.
That thing. You have to remember, if you're going to use this step, you have to multiply everything by that 14. The problem is the numbers are going to get big, but who cares? I can work with big numbers, and I would rather work with big numbers than work with fractions. Okay, so this will give me negative 8x plus 84, help me with my math here, is equal to 35x, oh boy, wait, I can do this, 266. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. 43x. 84 minus 266, Tom? Or anybody? I don't care. It's going to be negative.
Negative
182. Oh, oh. So x is equal to negative 182 over 43. Oh, sorry, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Can that be reduced?
No.
I don't know. But I know how to check. How?
Calculator.
Guess and check.
Math.
What's wrong with you?
No.
Do it on your calculator, see if it can be simplified.
No. It's not simple.
It cannot be simplified?
No.
Alrighty, here we go. So, using your calculator, I need to find out y. How do I find out y?
Plug that.
Plug it in. Now, I don't want to do that by hand because that's a big ugly fraction. So here's how you do it on your calculator. You take negative 182 divided by 43, and over on the left-hand side of your calculator, there's a little button that says stow on it. Hit stow, And then at the top of your calculator, there's a little button. And that button has an X, a T, a theta, and an N on it. Do you see that button?
Yep.
That's what you can use for X. It's the easy button to use X. You could use the alpha button, but then you got to go alpha X. This one will just put in X. So you do 182 divided by 43, stow, X. Enter. It's the button that says stow on it. Left-hand side. You go like this, see the L, you go over that way. Okay. Whenever the calculator sees X now, it's going to think that X is negative 182/43, which is nice because now all I need to do is come down to one of these bad boys. Oh, I don't know, I use the bottom one. And type this in as exactly as it appears. And if you're feeling saucy, you could even do 2.5. 2.5x plus 19. And it spits out a y value of, convert that back into a fraction.
362 over 43.
Ooh, doggy. Isn't that fun? I'm not done. Why am I not done?
I have a question.
Hold on.
It has to be in a point.
Yeah, we're looking for a point here, so put it in point form. Negative 182 over 43, comma, 362 over 43, parentheses. Pregunta, senor.
Can you just show, like when you're plugging the X back in?
There's nothing to show, you've done it all on the calculator. I'm assuming that if this y value magically appears, that you knew how to do that on your calculator? Or you cheated really well. I would not recommend the cheating. Yes, sir.
So at the top, like right equation, how did you choose to multiply it by 14?
Excellent. Who told me 14? Why?
You did.
The greatest common denominator or something.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those denominator things. It's the smallest number that 7 and 2 both go into. So if instead of that 7, it was like 5, then you would multiply everything by 10.
Okay.
If it was a 2, you'd multiply everything by 2. If it was a 4, multiply everything by 4. Whatever it takes to get rid of all those fractions.
How did you get 362/43?
Process again, negative 182 divided by 43, enter on your calculator. Store that into X. Then I came over here and picked any one of these bad boys. These are the easiest two to use here. Plug it in. You literally type that exactly into your home screen. It'll spit out your value for y, because that's what y equals, and then convert it back to a fraction.
You got a different number.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so did I. I got 180 over 43. You
You got 1,272/43.
All right, let's do it again. Ready? Here we go. 182 divided by 43. Sorry, let's start over. Negative 182 divided by 43. Enter. Stow this button up here. Enter. Okay. Now, type in 2.5x plus 19.
Got it.
Okay, now, I think I may know what the problem was. When you typed it in by yourself, did you type in 5 divided by 2x?
Oh no, I forgot that it was negative.
Ah,
The negative
okay.
43.
You got to be careful. If you type it in as 5 divided by 2, this needs to be in parentheses, because otherwise your Aunt Sally's going to get all bent out of shape. Otherwise it does it in the wrong order. It'd take 5 divided by 2 and then multiply. No, I think that would work in that case. I'll put in parentheses anyways. Okay, that's the Orthocenter. Now imagine if we made a small mistake early on. So if we go back a slide, if I screwed this up and just took the reciprocal, this number would be positive. There's a huge trickle-down effect then, and your answer is completely wrong. A lot of these problems, well, these problems in general are a pain in the butt for me, because if you have I don't really care about the right answer. I care about the method that you use to get it. So let's suppose that you do screw this up and you lose that minus sign. It's going to screw up everything along the way, and your answer is going to be way wrong. So what I don't want to do is look at the final answer and say, well, you got 2, 3. That's not the right answer. That's minus 8. Doesn't work that way. If you screw up, I go through and I check to make sure that everything else is correct. So if you screwed that up, that's maybe a point. But if you found the equation line correctly based on that information, you found the other equation line correctly, then you solved the system correctly and got a wrong answer. I don't care about the wrong answer, I care about the method. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like the quiz from yesterday, you're not going to get these back right away because it takes me quite a while. Unless you all get hundreds on it, then it's really easy for me. I would highly encourage that. That's one of them. How would I then do the circumcenter? Sarah?
Find two of the perpendicular bisectors and solve a system.
Beautiful. How would I find the centroid? Anybody? Go ahead, shout it out.
Find two altitudes and then find the,
No, centroid.
need two medians.
Find two medians, solve the system. And you can see that some of these answers, like this problem in particular, will give you nasty answers. It doesn't matter, you have a calculator. It doesn't matter how nasty the fraction gets, you can use your calculator to manage those nasty numbers. Okay? If you're sitting tonight and doing the homework and you're completely flummoxed, you have a couple options. Number one, the Orthocenter video is going to be up in a little while. I also am going to post, or have posted, the centroid video so that you can see a centroid. The one that you're on your own for is the perpendicular bisector, but the process is the same. You just got to practice some algebra here. Check your work. The fun part is going to be when you come in tomorrow and you have the wrong answer, but your method is correct, finding your mistake. That's when we separate the men from the boys and the women from the girls. Okay? We good? Outstanding. I'll unlock the homework in a second. You will be good to go.
How many questions are on the homework?
42